It's me versus you.
Yeah, you gotta keep going.
Come on, buddy.
What is the definition of disgusting?
Horrible.
I mean, this is kind of weird, but seeing a painter bite his nails,
That's kind of disgusting.
paint all over him.
Yeah, that's disgusting. My turn. Your mama is so fat, she had to call Sherwin Williams to get her toenails painted.
All right, you want me to go first? Why did the bald man paint rabbits on his head?
Why?
Because from a distance they look like hares.
What does a carpenter have in common with a volleyball player?
Oh,
They both like to hammer spikes.
that's all right. What does a pirate steal in his spare time? Art.
My uncle died the other day. He drank a bottle of varnish. The doctor said he had a terrible end, but a lovely finish.
It's like an old one, I guess. What did the painter say to the wall?
What?
One more crack like that and I'll plaster you.
All right, your turn, Andrew.
Killing it.
Here we come, here we go.
You ready?
Got the good delivery.
What does a painter do when he gets cold? You should know this one. I taught you this.
I don't know.
Puts on another coat. No? Okay.
Alright. What type of tool does a prehistoric reptile carpenter use?
The scraper.
A dinosaur.
Saw?
A dinosaur.
Sorry. What is red and smells like blue paint?
What?
Red paint. Get it?
Yeah, I
Paint
get it. Yeah, I
smells the
get it. I dedicate this show to my dad, who was a roofer. So, Dad, if you're up there, that was it.
Your mama's so fat she put on her lipstick with a paint roller.
What'd you say?
What?
What'd you say?
I said your mama's so fat she put on her lipstick with a paint roller.
You're right.
It's a good one.
You're right.
This was long.
Press the hammer function button on my new drill, and it keeps playing. You can't touch this.
Can't touch this. That one. So the painters finished painting my home, and they hand me the bill. I noticed that the paint, it says $0. I say, you guys did such a good job. Why aren't you charging me for the paint? The head painter looks at me and says, don't worry about the paint. It's on the house.
Obviously, you're up.
Good, Steve. That's a good one.
I'm gonna get you. What happens when a shipload of red paint crashed into a shipload of blue paint?
No idea.
The crews were marooned.
Marble is a valuable building material and should not be taken for granted.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was. What do you call a guy that paints pictures of bikes on a local church roof? Michelangelo.
You're an easy target.
We're so
Love
dumb.
each other.
We're so dumb. Let's see his face.
Yeah. Andrew's face. Wonder. What are you doing? Alright, Andrew's out. Road's up.
You ready?
Ready?
Why did the painter butter his toast with his fingers?
Because he didn't have a knife.
To feel its texture.
What's the laugh?
I bought some graffiti proof remover. It's unremarkable.
Like that joke.
How many painters does it take to paint a room?
6.
One.
Well, one to do it, and 4 to tell them how they would do it differently.
You ready?
Shoot.
Why don't movie theaters have stucco ceilings?
I'm gonna leave that one alone, but go ahead.
Because they already have enough popcorn on the floors. He laughed. He out. I never wanted to believe that my dad was stealing from his road working job. But when I got home, all the signs were there.
Did you know I can cut a piece of wood in half just by looking at it?
No.
It's true. I saw it with my own eyes.
Did you hear about the painter who died?
No.
Too many strokes.
Wow. Stone cold faces.
Let's see.
Why did the noisy roofer do such a bad job? He kept eavesdropping.
Why do we paint Easter eggs?
Is that a laugh?
Because it's so dumb.
Yeah.
Alright, do you want to hear a construction joke?
Sure.
Oh, sorry, I'm still working on it.
Keep working.
What's the main difference between an electrician and a painter?
What?
An electrician washes his hands after he has gone potty, but a painter washes his hands before he goes potty.
That's true.
I think that is true. I got hit in the head with a can of Diet Coke today. But don't worry, it didn't hurt. It was a soft drink.
Sounds beautiful.
It's hard.
Why do we paint Easter eggs?
Why?
Because it's easier than trying to wallpaper them.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Indeed, indeed.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but I love bad puns. That's how I roll. I roll. Get it? I roll. I roll.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, you gotta help me because these jokes are horrible.
A husband comes home and sees his wife painting the living room, but she had her raincoat and her full coat on, her fur coat on. He asks her why she has her coats on. She replies, I read the can and it said for the best results to put 2 coats on.
What's Forrest Gump's password?
Janet.
One, Forrest, one.
Why was the painting arrested?
Don't know.
Because it was framed.
That's classic. Cooking out this weekend? Don't forget the pickle. It's kind of a big deal.
I'm reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down.
What do you call fake spaghetti? And an imposter.
An imposter.
What do you call